From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Our top story this evening, the Interior Gas Utility dodged a bullet fired by a member of the Fairbanks North Star Borough Assembly Thursday night.
A bullet IGU board member, Steve Haggison, says would delay the utility's planned rollout of its natural gas distribution system. Assemblyman Lance Roberts proposed an ordinance that would have added language to Borough Code, giving the Assembly oversight the IGU board's issuance of revenue bonds. Now, revenue bonds are repaid by payers through utility income. Roberts says he authored the ordinance to allow for added notice for more input from borough residents, now therefore giving a sense of stability to ratepayers. The ordinance was defeated 7-1 with Roberts casting the lone yes vote. Assembly members who voted in opposition claimed that it should be an IGU board's purview to issue the revenue bonds. Borough Mayor Luke Hopkins doesn't have a vote in Assembly matters, but agreed that the body should not have the added oversight.
A body that is not a financial analyst decide whether the public utility should or should not work on revenue bonds is not a good model.
Directly exercising the oversight that they're supposed to exercise over this, then I think that will help people have that perception of stability and therefore help our conversion rate.
Changes in the weather might mean some hazardous driving conditions this weekend. Slightly warmer temperatures and snow mixed with freezing rain is expected through Columbus Day on Monday. The conditions are expected over the central and eastern interior. 1 to 3 inches of snow is possible. Drivers are urged to use extra caution on the roads.
The odd-looking truck is the Department of Transportation's answer to heavy snow days. They say the vehicle can clear twice as much snow as their traditional equipment. Reporter Ryan Grimes has the scoop on what they are calling the tow plow.
Tow plow. It's a steerable trailer with a mounted plow that is pulled behind a regular snowplow truck. It's an innovation that DOT Operations Superintendent Daniel Shocker says is one of a kind.
Really, this is a new invention. It's something very new to Alaska. It's only being tried out in 22 other states, but it's going to be mainly on the Johansson Expressway, Steese Expressway, Richardson Highway, Mitchell Expressway, Parks Highway areas.
The trailer allows the operator to swing a secondary plow to one side, effectively doubling the plow width of a normal snowplow truck.
It's actually designed to go out to the right. The operator can decide how far he deploys it out. So he can just go a few feet, or he can go all the way out to where we're clearing 2 full lanes.
This is the only tow plow in Fairbanks. It's currently in its testing phase to see if it's up to snuff.
Well, the operator has a lot of things going on with running the tow plow. On this joystick and the belly blade, which is the underbody scraper that we have right here in this control, he has the controls for the tow plow right here. We do have a panic button. Things go wrong. He pushes that button, that tow plow picks up and comes back to dead in line behind the truck, so it is a safety item.
DOT officials say that the truck's ability to plow more snow will make the streets safer for Fairbanks at a more efficient rate during snow days, though they ask drivers to keep a good distance from the trailer while it's on the road.
The sign on the back says keep back 200 feet. That would be my suggestion.
It'll be easier. We'll have one operator able to cover twice as much lane miles, and so we're hoping that both of those savings, pan out into something that we can continue to use and maybe even expand on. That's really our hope.
This is Ryan Grimes reporting.
Wow. So I suppose Mike Schultz is going to tell us about this weather we are going to expect.
Well, it was interesting. I mean, earlier this afternoon they saw some flurries scattered around town. But,
I think we have freezing rain.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm scared.
Well, with more like that, Mike Schultz is joining us with our first look at weather. Mike.
Well, guys, it looks like the worst is over. We're looking at earlier today, we did have some freezing rain around. Also some areas of snow around the Two Rivers area east. That's all moving to the north. In fact, if you look at our latest radar, you can see, we'll put it in motion for you, and see all of that energy moving to the north and nothing down to the south, just a few isolated showers. That looks like the way it's going to be for right now. Later on, tomorrow, we're looking at a little better chance of some more showers coming in, and that'll be bringing us a better chance of seeing some isolated snow shower activity into Sunday, but nothing that's going to be needed for that new tool that they have. That's going to be pretty fun to watch that thing going down the road. Anyway, we'll talk more about all the weather in general when we come back a little bit later on. Back to you guys.
Welcome to news.
Yes, all right.
Going into the weekend.
I agree. All right, well, when we come back, an incident of road rage lands one man in jail for the evening.
And a man is sentenced to jail time after he tried to drown another man to death. The details next. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Fbx Evening News. A Fairbanks man is in jail after authorities say he shot a gun at a woman on the Parks Highway. 48-year-old Leslie Ross is charged with first-degree weapons misconduct, felony assault, and criminal mischief. An affidavit states during an incident of road rage near Nenana, Ross fired a gun at a female motorist's car, leaving a visible hole on the rear driver's side panel. The victim told Alaska State Troopers she was a former co-worker of Ross's and saw him at the Fred Meyers in Fairbanks prior to the shooting. After the shooting, troopers found a .38 revolver in his vehicle with a spent round behind the hammer. Ross was arraigned in Fairbanks District Court yesterday.
As part of a plea deal, one mulatto man originally facing attempted murder charges was sentenced to 20 months in jail. Neil Madros pleaded guilty to reduced charges of third-degree felony assault after court documents say he brutally beat a man and tried to drown him in a puddle of water. Now today in Fairbanks Superior Court, the judge noted the victim was badly beaten. However, he also noted the lack of cooperation from the victim, Kenneth Kriska, in the case. The court was reluctant to approve the plea deal, but noted it was, quote, the best justice can provide when the victim won't cooperate. Madros Tribal Council also wrote a letter of support supporting his release, saying he would be better sober in a community where he is a contributing member. Madros will serve 10 years probation time once he is released from custody.
A 21-year-old Shagaluk man has been accused of killing his parents with an axe Tuesday night. State troopers were contacted at about 9:15 p.m. and said the caller told them that Everett Simone had gone crazy. He is accused of killing 46-year-old Flossie Simone and 57-year-old John Arrow in the village. Everett Simone was arraigned in Bethel yesterday on 2 counts of murder. Some residents of the small community say that there had been problems with Everett Simone before and that what happened might have been prevented.
And we called for help repeatedly for probably 6 months. And the response that we continuously got is, we really can't do anything until something happens. Well, something happened, let me tell you.
On November 4th, Alaska voters will decide whether or not to legalize the recreational use of marijuana. Passage of Ballot Measure 2 would tax and regulate the production, sale, and use of marijuana. Joe McGuire spoke to the Alaska Support Industry Alliance and the Alaska Chamber at a luncheon today. McGuire shared firsthand knowledge of Colorado's implementation of its marijuana commercialization law. She served on the Colorado governor's task force to regulate Amendment 64. McGuire says Alaska voters could face similar bait-and-switch tactics by proponents of Ballot Measure 2, as Colorado voters did in 2012. Brandon Emmett, who supports passage of Ballot Measure 2 in Alaska, says the state could see increased tax revenue. McGuire says promises to fill state coffers with the legalization of marijuana in Colorado are yet to be fulfilled.
But what has been shown in these states is reduction in violent crimes, an increase in tax revenue. All of the maladies that the opposition says were going to happen when legalization came through in both Washington and Colorado.
Voters were promised $40 million to public schools, capital campaigns, and so that's what they heard and wanted to use that money. For the first 9 months, however, we've only received about $20 million.
Fairbanks Light Opera Theater's production of Les Miserables is in its last weekend at Salisbury Theater on the University of Alaska Fairbanks campus. Stephanie Woodard got a behind-the-scenes look at the show and files this report.
It's been on Broadway, the big screen, and now Flott has brought it right here to Fairbanks. Les Miserables is a story of love and compassion that follows main character Jean Valjean's transformation from a criminal to a respected and loved man.
It's been really, really a lot of fun, and I've worked with a whole new group of people that I've never met, so I have a whole new group of friends, and Teresa's been great, George has been great. It's been a really fun experience.
Stage directors said they had so many auditions for the well-known musical, but many of those selected said it was a dream role.
Oh, I've been waiting 25 years to play this role. Since high school, yeah, absolutely. So I had to wait 25 years to get old enough.
The songs in the musical are so well known, the actors say it's
Nerve-wracking, because you know they're out there singing along with you. And so yeah, you can't miss a beat. You can't miss a line, because you know they're going to know it and they're going to call you on it.
At the end of the day, bring your tissues because it's sure to leave you with tears streaming down your face.
At the end of the day, it's a wonderful, wonderful, hopeful story and great music that everybody knows.
From Salisbury Theater, I'm Stephanie Woodard reporting.
I have to say, I wasn't kidding. Bring your tissues.
Uh-huh.
It's very well
Wet.
done.
Oh, crying.
Yes,
I got you. Well, I
the
figured,
play will
there's a
make your
sewer
eyes-
scene, there's all sorts of,
Yeah,
wetness.
it was very, very well done.
No, I've
Kudos to
heard,
them.
I really have. And congratulations, it looks like a great production.
It was.
Absolutely. All right, coming up in sports tonight, Austin Powers Buchanan is filling in for Joe Cook, but Joe will give us an inside down in Anchorage for the opener of the Kendall Hockey Classic.
All right, that's right. Austin Powers is next.
Hello, Interior Alaska. Austin Buchanan filling in for Joe Cook on this Friday. Joe is in Anchorage covering a number of games involving interior teams this weekend. One of those teams are the Alaska Nanooks. They will play the opener in the Kendall Hockey Classic tonight against Wisconsin Badgers. Joe Cook joins us now from the Sullivan Arena.
Thanks, Austin. The Alaska Nanook hockey team will finally be in a game that counts tonight as they open their preseason schedule in the Kendall Hockey Classic opener tonight against the Wisconsin Badgers. I caught up with head coach Dallas Ferguson, and he talked to me about the keys to tonight's game.
I think if we're doing, playing a smart, direct game and managing the puck and being, a good D-first team, we're going to get our scoring chances. But, got to definitely have numbers back, and we've got to make sure we manage the puck. And, again, they got a good goaltender here, and guys' name's been thrown around already in the Hobie Baker category. So I think it's obviously we've got to get pressure on him and make sure that if we get opportunities, we've got to make them count. Get too far ahead of ourselves here. It's about coming out, getting a good start here, and it's going to be our first kind of official conference game across the board for our schedule. I think for us, the guys have been putting a lot of work in and working on a lot of the details in our team game, and again, getting off to a good start and getting better every period this weekend.
We'll have highlights and more coming up at 11 o'clock in the Sports Nightcap. Joe Cook reporting from Sullivan Arena. For now, back to you.
This Saturday, the Alaska Nanooks and the Anchorage Seawolves will meet for the first time on the volleyball court. UAA will host the Nooks in the new Alaska Airlines Center. Check it out. The Seawolves are the top team in the GNAC with a 7-1 record, and they are 13-3 overall. Anchorage beat conference favorite and 10th ranked Western Washington on their road in their GNAC opener. But Alaska earned 2 wins last week over the Western Oregon and St. Martin's, which snapped a 19-game losing streak. Now the Nanooks want to end another streak. Their last win over UAA was in 2010. Both teams have won their last 2 outings, and junior outside hitter Sam Hartoon thinks the in-game adjustments will help UAF get a huge win over the rivals.
We're just going to tweak little things here and there based off of what they do. They're a really good team, and I love playing them. Every time we play them, it's fun. It's a good rivalry. They're a strong team, and I love playing those kind of teams because it makes you want to fight even harder.
It doesn't matter who is ranked what. When we get together with each other, it's on, and anything could happen. And that's what I love about rivalries. It is just so strong. We're going to work a lot on blocking. They are incredibly talented up at the net. And not only are they well coached, but they're athletic, and we love that. We want to play against that. It's going to make us better.
Now here's the local weekend sports schedule. I know you all wanting to know. Well, on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. in the E.F. Horton Rifle Range in the Paddy Center, the Alaska Nanook rifle season opens their season against the University of Tennessee Martin. They will also shoot at 9 a.m. on Sunday. It's also football on Saturday. The Eielson Ravens take on the Barrow Whalers at 1 p.m. on Buck Nye Storm Field for the small school semifinal. Football season coming to a wrap. Well, then at 6 p.m., the Lathrop Malamutes host the Chinook Mustangs in the large schools quarterfinals at Lathrop Stadium. There will also be an all-schools meet at the Hammy Pool at 6 p.m. for local swim teams as well. Then in the nightcap, the Ice Dogs play the Minot Minoteiros for Game 2 of their series at 7:30 p.m. in the Big Dipper Ice Arena. And now we end the Friday night sportscast with the play of the week. The top voted play from last week's action is Lathrop Shaman Tooks scored what would be the game-winning 53-yard touchdown run with 1 minute and 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of last Friday night's 9th annual Dog Bowl. The Malamutes won 27-24 for back-to-back Dog Bowl victories. To pick the next play of the week, watch for the I-5 Interior Top 5 plays on Monday at the end of the weekend recap with Joe Cook. That's it for Sports at 6. Come back tonight. Don't want to miss it. Joe Cook will bring us a report from Anchorage. Mike Schultz is next with your full weather forecast. Stay with us.
Hey everyone, welcome back into the Fbx Evening News. Mike Schultz with you on a Friday night, and all in all, not a bad day, although cloudy skies, a few flurries here and there. Like I said earlier, a little more snow shower activity east of the Fairbanks area, and that's the way it's going to be through the weekend. Maybe a little better chance of seeing some snow on Sunday, but no real accumulation expected right now. But watch out for the roads. They're going to be very, very slick, obviously. Our photograph night sent in by Diana Pierce, another Fairbanks sunrise. You can see here the sun coming in. And as always, if you have a photograph to share, by all means, send it to me at photos@ktvf11.com, and we'll be more than happy to share it with the rest of the audience. Here's your almanac for this date. Right now, it's 34 degrees. That is our high for the day. The low last night down to 31. Not too bad. That's what cloud cover will do for you. Record high 59, 1979. 1 degree above for the record low in 1928. Sunrise at 8:33. Sunset at 6:43 this evening, which gives us about 10 hours and 11 minutes of daylight. That's a loss of 6 minutes from yesterday. On our satellite and radar, you can see the area of low pressure circulating once again around in the Gulf of Alaska. That's helping to spread these bands of moisture up our direction, and some of those making it in. The next band sitting down here across the Prince William Sound area. And as this area of low pressure moves further north, that'll be a better chance of seeing some more scattered snow shower activity moving in. What's going on across the rest of the state? Well, over southeast Alaska, it's raining in Juneau, also raining around Ketchikan. While over the south central regions, a little rain and mixed rain and snow in the Anchorage Bowl. 47 degrees at Kodiak Island. And over the southeast or southwestern sections, you can see a little rain and snow activity in and around the Bethel area. 30 degrees at Barrow, 25 degrees at 30 degrees at Nome, 25 degrees at Barrow. Lower 48 weather looks like this. More rain showers around the Seattle area today. Partly cloudy skies at Las Vegas, 90 degrees there. And San Francisco has cooled down considerably from what they were a week ago. Elsewhere, Minneapolis looking at 53. A little thunderstorm activity once again moving across the Dallas area, 92 degrees there. Rain showers, let's say, over the northeast. And as far as the satellite radar, again, you see a good band of moisture moving across the central and the central plains into the northeast, and out to the west things are looking pretty good too. The overall picture is calling for very warm temperatures to continue out to the west, drier conditions over to the around the Rockies into the central plains. Jet stream next week, early next week, taking a big dive down to the south, pulling in that cooler air. All right, back to Alaska for tomorrow. Here's what it looks like in the northern section. Snow showers at Barrow, mostly cloudy skies for Nome and Fort Yukon. Here in the interior, we'll be looking at, for the most part, cloudy skies for Fairbanks and Delta Junction. Rain and snow showers can't be ruled out for Healy. Over southeast Alaska, more rain in the forecast for Juneau, and windy conditions expected at Ketchikan. While over to the southwest, we're looking at showers at Cold Bay, snow showers in Bethel, and sunny skies in the Kodiak region. And down around the Anchorage area, looking at periods of rain for Anchorage and Homer, and just cloudy skies for Valdez. Okay, our forecast for the remainder of the night looks like this. Again, we're looking at 28 degrees for the high tomorrow, 28 degrees, lots of sunshine, a little warmer. Tonight's overnight low looking right around 22 degrees, and is the forecast for the 5-day period. Again, looking at temperatures warming up for Sunday and Monday, then cooling down dramatically by Wednesday and Thursday. Snow shower activity expected all the way into Wednesday, with overnight lows once again dropping down to the 18-degree mark. That'll be happening by Wednesday night into Thursday. All in all, not too bad this weekend. Although, like I said, roads can be very slick and dangerous, so keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you, Mike. That will wrap up this edition of the Fbx Evening News. We are glad you could join us.
All right, tonight on NBC Nightly News, drought-stricken Californians are asked not to wash their cars during the current crisis. That's next with Brian Williams.
And join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webcenter11.com.
And that will do it from all of us here at the News Center, leaving you with more ducks. We'll see you back here at 11.